has come for a total turnaround maintenance of the Anambra State economy and promotion of core Igbo values. Let us give him maximum support for the task ahead. A beautiful good evening to you, and so glad to have you join us on the news tonight. My name is Maureen Stone Enujoke. Governor of Anambra State, Professor Chukwuma Soludo, has assured children in the state of intensified efforts in the enforcement of child rights and protection as enshrined in the law. Governor Soludo was speaking during the 2023 National Children's Celebration held at Dr. Alex Okweme Square in Oka. Government House correspondent Echikabana has the details.
The governor, who also spoke on other issues surrounding children, including exam malpractice, cultism, drug abuse, child marriage, child labor, among others, stressed that indeed the future of a livable and prosperous homeland belongs to the children. He assured that Anambra is on a trajectory of a fair society where children have infinite opportunities to actualize their God-given potentials, and called on them to take charge and grow up as responsible children who will become global ambassadors, helping to build the dream society.
Today we assemble to assure you that we watch your back. Today we assure you that we stand to protect you. We stand to defend you. We stand to ensure that you have sound upbringing at home. That we assure you that we will provide you sound education, health, and we will make sure that you are prevented, we protect you from harm.
The Commissioner for Women Affairs, Mrs. Ifi Obinabo, who gave a background to the celebration, stressed the urgent need to inculcate into children correct and acceptable values through conscious reorientation. Mrs. Obinabo noted that such reorientation will equip children to become future leaders of tomorrow, calling on all well-meaning Nigerians to partake in reshaping children's mindset so that they can contribute in making the society a better place worth living.
It is a time to redirect the mindset of our policymakers, parents, and guardians to their paramount responsibility of caring and protecting the children. It's a time to remind ourselves that our dear children should not be victims of the ills in our society, which may affect their well-being and safety.
In their separate goodwill messages, Anambra State Chief Judge Justice Onochie Anyachebelu and Speaker of the State House of Assembly, Right Honorable Uchenna Okafor, reminded the people about the existence of Child Rights and Protection Law, which has special privileges. They reminded the people that if someone defiles a child, life imprisonment is the sanction, also calling on children to remain hardworking and focused, assuring of partnership where necessary.
Children should know their rights, parents should know the rights and know these offenses, and that are being treated seriously.
All the things we're talking about, all the projects that we will partner with them, with that symbolic memorandum, is how every Anambra child's life will be better tomorrow.
Wife of the governor, Mrs. Nonye Soludo, Deputy Governor Dr. Onyeka Chukwuibezim, and wife, Chief of Staff to the Governor, Mr. Ernest Ezajorie, members of the State Executive Council, members of Anambra Children's Parliament, among others, attended the ceremony, which featured calisthenics and acrobatic displays and march past by Anambra children. From Dr. Alex Okweme Square, Oka, Ejike Abana, ABS News.
And it's a happy Children's Day to our children. Moving on, wife of the governor of Anambra State, Dr. Nonye Soludo, has assured her that her husband's administration is adopting the best measures to achieve the lowest count on childhood mortality in the state. The governor's wife stated this in her speech at the flag-off of African Vaccination Week and rotavirus vaccine post-introduction intensification exercise at Onitsha, which was officially kicked off in the state in December 2021. We have the details.
However, the compliance figure increased significantly from the dawn of the present administration in March 2022, with statistics revealing that thousands of children have been vaccinated between April 2022 to April 2023. Part of the reasons for the recorded success was attributed to greater awareness, education, and commitment that the governor's wife has shown towards the program and its like since her husband assumed office. In her remark at the event, Mrs. Soludo identified rotavirus as a major child killer disease with an indication that it must be taken out without delay. She noted that the target is to vaccinate over 267,000 children annually in Anambra State. Mrs. Soludo reminded them that the vaccination is administered free of charge and appealed to mothers to report anyone asking for money to administer the vaccine to the appropriate authorities, while commending the World Health Organization, the United Nations Children's Fund, and state-based health workers for their support to the current exercise and other programs. The governor's wife noted that the state has never failed to do what needs to be done to maximize immunization coverage. In his speech, the State Commissioner for Health, Dr. Afam Obidike, explained that as at April 2022, the number of children that had received the rotavirus vaccination was 388, with the count rising above 10,600 as at April 2023. He also added that the number of children with diarrhea-related disease as at April last year stood at 1,477, but has reduced to just 476 in April this year, showing that a significant result has been achieved since the vaccination began. The governor's wife later performed ceremonial demonstration of the rotavirus vaccination on children in company of the wife of the deputy governor, Mrs. Oluchi Ibezim, among other dignitaries.
The Minister of State for Health, Honorable Joseph Ekuman-Kama, has commissioned the permanent site of Nnamdi Azikiwe University Teaching Hospital, Nnewi North Local Government Area, Anambra State. Commissioning the hospital, Honorable Ekuman-Kama expressed delight with the massive works already done in the permanent site and noted that the hospital stands out among the ones they have visited since he assumed office. Health correspondent Chibuzo Okoye completes the report.
The minister explained that President Muhammadu Buhari gave them the mandate to ensure that every Nigerian receives best medical care, which was why he signed into law the National Health Act, which stipulates, among other things, that every Nigerian will receive free medical care to the tune of 250,000 naira yearly. Honorable Ekuman-Kama made it clear that the hospital is the realization of the vision of the president, whose dream is to see effective budget utilization of every ministry, especially the health ministry, and thanked Nnewi community for their support for a seamless execution of the projects in the hospital.
Until you do everything humanly possible to ensure that you render the best health services you can give to patients who will come from far and near to receive medical treatment from this hospital, and also to ensure the sustenance and maintenance of this beautiful edifice.
The governor of Anambra State, Professor Chukwuma Soludo, represented by the Anambra State Commissioner for Health, Dr. Afam Obidike, thanked President Buhari for the conversion of Onitsha General Hospital to a federal medical center, the great work he did at Nayut permanent site and at the second Niger Bridge, Onitsha. Governor Soludo said that his administration is committed to reversing medical tourism in the state, which is in tandem with what is seen in Nayut permanent site, and said that he has already awarded the contract for access road to the hospital to reduce the stress people may go through in visiting the hospital.
The governor is so much happy. I said you should please thank the president for the support he's giving to the people of Anambra State. Thank you so much. Thank you.
The senior special assistant to President Buhari on sustainable development goals, Mrs. Adejoka Adefulire, maintained that the Nayut permanent site is among many healthcare facilities built by the Buhari administration in all the 36 states in Nigeria, and hoped that the incoming administration will sustain the project to achieve prosperity by providing basic healthcare services to Nigerians. Earlier, the Chief Medical Director of Nnamdi Azikiwe University Teaching Hospital, Nnewi, Dr. Joseph Ubaja, who was highly elected, said that it is an honor for him and that their vision is to be one of the third best hospitals in West Africa and to transform Nayut into a medical megacity. Dr. Ubaja said that they have projects done by the SDG's office and others executed through the support from the Federal Ministry of Health in the hospital. Some of the dignitaries that attended the event were the Director General Budget Office Nigeria, Mr. Ben Akabweze, former governor of Anambra State, Dame Veji Etiaba, and oil magnate Engineer Ateze, represented by his brother Dr. Emekeze, Chief Innocent Chuoma of Innocent Motors, Igwe Emekilun of Iftedunu, the Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of Anambra State Medical Oxygen Plant, Mrs. Wamaka Arize, among numerous stakeholders. The minister, CMD, and other dignitaries had earlier paid courtesy call on the traditional ruler of Nnewi, Igwe Kenneth Orizu. The event also featured the groundbreaking of proposed Igwe Orizu International ICT Center, while some of the projects commissioned were Diagnostic Center, Pediatric Emergency Center, Medical Ward Complex, Molecular Laboratory, Modern Child Complex, among others. From Nnamdi Azikiwe University Teaching Hospital, Nnewi, this is Chibuzo Koye for ABS News.
The Anglican Bishop of Agwata Diocese, Right Reverend Samuel Ezeofor, has regretted that Nigeria's constitutional democracy has been greatly undermined and tasked the judiciary to live up to its reputation as the last hope of the common man. Bishop Ezeofor was speaking while presenting his charge to delegates attending the third session of the 6th Synod of the Diocese of Agwata holding at the Holy Trinity Church, Ibuku. Correspondent Emmanuel Chibata reports is taken from our studio.
Bishop Ezeofor said that it is imperative that the decision of the presiding judges be guided by the morality of the rule of law during the presidential election tribunal to save the nation's democracy. Bishop Ezeofor said that the interest of the common man is best served in functional constitutional democracy, which gives the people power to place and replace their political leadership at their free will, urging the judiciary to be properly guided and do the needful, because a flawed electoral process is injurious to the socio-economic development of Nigeria and its people. He commended Governor Chukwuma Soludo for work done so far in the state and urged him to avoid distraction, to remain focused and guided to deliver on the social contract signed with Anambra. Speaking on the theme of the Synod, Divine Principles of Transformation 3, Stewardship, Bishop Ezeofor charged members of the diocese and ministers of God and leaders to take the issues of their being faithful stewards seriously at the level of community, society, state, and the nations, while congratulating Rotary and Abuchi Nwozo on his appointment as Assistant Governor of Rotary International District 9142 for the 2023-2024 Rotary year.
We all are stewards of God because He has endowed us with one grace resource for another.
In a remark, the Archbishop, Ecclesiastical Province of the Niger and Bishop of Awka Diocese, Most Reverend Alexander Ibezim, decried that the society is failing because of unfaithfulness and no fear of God, urging every leader to imbibe the fear of God in them.
Pastors that are serving in the church, they have to be faithful. Faithfulness in every area. Faithfulness entails truthfulness, accountability, honesty, making personal sacrifice in order to please Him that have sent you.
Felicitating with Agwata Diocese, the Bishop of Obaru and Amichi Diocese, Right Reverends Prosper Ama and Ephraim Ikako, respectively, said the Synod theme is a general challenge and asks both religious and political leaders to rise up to the real transformational leadership for positive change in the nation. Earlier, while adopting the Bishop's charge as a working document in the diocese, the Diocesan Chancellor, Justice Pete Obiora, described the charge as clearly written and well-researched document that will transform the church and the society. In an interview, the president of Agwata Diocesan Women's Ministry, Mrs. Chinyere Ezeofor, expressed the hope that the Synod will enrich Christian commitments to God in the diocese in these difficult and challenging end times. The President, Agwata Council of Knights, Sir Obiora Okeke, and a Synod delegate, Lady Ngozi Ike, thanked the Bishop for the message of transformation and well-being of mankind and society. Over 20 bishops and archbishops graced the events.
The commissioning of the second Niger Bridge has continued to receive commendations from stakeholders. In his reaction, the Vice President of Ahanes Ndibo Worldwide, Chief Damian Okeke-Ogene, extolled President Buhari for delivering the project. Walizoke has the details.
Chief Okekogene said the bridge will benefit not only Anambra State and the Southeast Zone, but also the entire Nigerians, as it is a gateway to various parts of the country, while noting that it will enhance free flow of traffic and boost socio-economic activities. The Ohaneze Vice President urged the federal government to ensure that all components of the bridge are also completed according to the design, including the various access roads to various points to achieve the desired objectives of opening up the entire area. Chief Okekogene also expressed satisfaction with the commissioning of the Federal Secretariat in Awka, which he noted will provide accommodation to the federal agencies in the state and give people easy access to them for effective service delivery. He commended Governor Chukwuma Soludo for sustaining high tempo of road construction across the state, which he said is giving communities a sense of belonging. Chief Okekogene observed that the dualization of the Unizik temporary site junction to Isuanacha Road project has raised the status and upgraded the structure of the capital territory. Also speaking, the Anambra State Chairman of the Miners Association of Nigeria, Chief Henry Boeli, said the commissioning of the second Niger Bridge was a promise fulfilled and will have direct impact on the life of the people and tempo of trade and commerce. Chief Boeli called for proper maintenance of the facility to increase its lifespan, urging communities in the area to take ownership of the project and other government facilities in their areas to protect them from abuse and being vandalized. He urged the federal government to also ensure completion of Onitsha-Enugu Expressway and building of factories to process solid minerals in the state and southeast to boost the mining sector and create employment opportunities, as well as provision of rail services and seaports to serve the increasing commercial and industrial hubs. In Awka, Paul Ezoke, ABS News.
The President, Major General Muhammadu Buhari, has taken his successor and President-elect Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu on familiarization tour of the Presidential Villa Abuja. Buhari and Tinubu arrived at the press gallery shortly after observing Jumat at the Aso Villa Mosque. This came barely 24 hours after the President conferred upon Tinubu the highest national honor of Grand Commander of the Federal Republic and Grand Commander of the Order of the Niger on Vice President-elect Kashim Shettima at the State House Banquet Hall on Thursday. Vice President Yemi Osinbajo took Shettima on a tour of the VP wing of the State House. Both leaders exchanged documents ahead of the official handover of power on Monday, May 29, 2023. However, the President-elect prayed for good health to lead the country. Anambra State Children's Parliament has passed a resolution calling on Governor Chukwuma Soludo to find solution to some social vices prevalent amongst children. The Parliament passed the resolution in Awka following a motion of urgent public importance sponsored to that effect by the House Leader, Honorable Ikechukwu Michael Onyedika, during their annual sitting to usher in the Children's Day celebration. Honorable Ikechukwu explained that due to some of the vices experienced in the state, children are at risk of kidnap, death, early marriage, and poor quality education, considering the fact that these aspects seem neglected by the state government. The parliamentarian maintained that there should be aggressive awareness campaigns, capacity building in order to combat these urgent issues such as child marriage, child labor, out-of-school children, among others. Others who spoke during the plenary, including Honorable Mesoma David, Deputy House Leader, Ihechukwu Chiemerie, representing Obaru constituency, has expressed concern over the increasing rate of child marriage in the state, calling for massive awareness campaign against such, especially communities where it is prevalent. On her part, the newly elected Speaker of the State Children's Parliament, Right Honorable Victory Ekunife, noted that it is the responsibility of the state government to reduce child hawking and arms giving to the barest minimum and to set up an agency made up of child development agents in curbing the menace. The theme for this year's Children's Day is the state of Nigerian children today, proper parenting of value reorientation and national consciousness. German Foreign Ministry says hundreds of Germans working in the education and cultural sectors are being expelled from Russia next month. The move follows tit-for-tat expulsions of diplomats and increasingly strained relations between Russia and Germany. Last month, Russia and Germany each declared 40 employees of their respective embassies persona non grata and expelled them, the German Foreign Ministry said, in view of the unilateral, unjustified and incomprehensible decision. The federal government is now concerned with ensuring a minimum presence of intermediaries in Russia while also maintaining a diplomatic presence. Several EU countries have expelled Russian diplomats. Since the start of the war in Ukraine, more than 40 diplomats suspected of spying were issued expulsion orders from 4 EU countries in March 2022. Remember that you can follow news and programs on ABS from many parts of the world by liking our Facebook page and follow us at ABS Radio Television. Subscribe to our YouTube page at ABS Television Oka and on Twitter at ABS Radio TV and on Instagram at ABS Radio TV. You can also log on to our website www.absradiotv.com. And now a recap of the main points. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has assured children in the state of infinite opportunities to allow them actualize their full potential. Wife of the governor of Anambra State, Dr. Onye Soludo, says the government will tackle childhood mortality. President-elect Bola Tinubu has vowed to tackle corruption, seeks support from Nigerians, and from the foreign scene, Russia will begin the expulsion of German employees from its country starting from June. And here is a special message. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has come for a total turnaround maintenance of the Anambra State economy and promotion of core Igbo values. Let us give him maximum support for the task ahead. And that does it on the news for tonight. Thank you so very much for watching. My name is Maureen Stone Enujoke. Good night and stay blessed.